KUAM News, winner of the 2020 Regional Edward R. Murrow Award for Excellence in Social Media.
KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust, serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson and the Adahi Itano program. Cars Plus kick off our holidays by supporting the Make-A-Wish Jingle Rock Virtual Run. Visit the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Guam and CNMI Facebook page for details. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it, and King's Restaurant, always open, always local, and serving up favorites for over 40 years.
On this New Year's edition of Prime Time, medical leaders contemplate reducing the number of days you'll need to stay in a government quarantine facility. Plus, with school session resuming a mere few weeks away, how are the island's private schools preparing for a return to class? And one segment of our community hit particularly hard is performance artists. Peter Santos gives you an inside look at how musicians are dealing with the pandemic. Hafaday and Happy New Year, Guam. I'm Jason Salas, and we hope you and your family are having a festive first day of January. These are tonight's top stories. And unfortunately, we do start on a melancholy note, as last night, the last day of the year, our island community were reminded of the nature of coronavirus as the 122nd life was lost due to complications caused by COVID-19. It was a 52-year-old woman who had underlying health conditions. She passed away just after 2:30 in the morning at GRMC, having been admitted since November 19th. Additionally, last night, there were 9 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 out of a total of 252 tests. The coronavirus case count for Guam is 7,317. 148 cases are currently active. The Guam CAR score is 0.5. In other news tonight, the governor has, of course, lifted multiple restrictions over the past couple of months, and now the Physicians Advisory Group is working to lighten quarantine requirements for incoming travelers. With more on this report is Tyler Matanani.
The governor's Physicians Advisory Group took a break from meeting this past week to take care of their private clinics. But according to Dr. Hoa Wen, some of the issues that will top their agenda during the next meeting is tackling the issue of quarantine protocols, with the hope of shortening the number of days visitors will be forced to stay in the government's quarantine facility in Tumon. The current protocol is mandatory 14-day quarantine with the option of testing out on day 6, and if negative, release on day 7 to home quarantine. According to Dr. Wen, they're hoping to shorten that even further to at least 2 to 3 days, but it's all dependent upon what happens in the states and over the next couple of weeks.
But again, it's really depend on the surge in the U.S. or not, because most of our passengers are from the U.S. So I think mid-January is some time frame where they expect the worst if anything happened because the holiday.
What's also key, according to Dr. Wen, is public health being able to stand up a firm program for home quarantine to make sure people who are released are actually staying home. Another issue to be discussed, the PAG is requesting public health to give authorization to private clinics to be able to administer the vaccines.
We've been working with all the private insurance, and CMS have approved the fee for administration for the vaccine. So hopefully during the next phase that there's about 30 clinics that also would like to offer the vaccination to their patient, that public health will release some of the vaccination to a clinic to be administered to the patient, especially the high comorbidity, because that's a capture audience when you have them in the clinic. And it's at no cost to the patient, zero cost at all.
According to Dr. Hoa, not only does it make sense for the private clinics to be allowed to administer the vaccines to their patients with comorbidities, but it's also a quicker way to get more people vaccinated. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Tyler Matanani.
All right, thanks so much, Tyler. In other news tonight, we posted the story to our social media accounts to rave reviews, as we'd like you to say Hafaday and meet Baby 2021. An island tradition of which we, of course, are extremely proud as Guamanians, took place just after the stroke of midnight. As the new year arrived, 7 seconds after midnight to be exact, as the first child born on United States soil came into the world at the Guam Memorial Hospital. Elena Jean Elizabeth Iglesia Ripple was born to mom Marlena and dad Eugene. She weighs 7 pounds, 10 ounces, and is 47 centimeters long. The birth was completely natural, and baby and mommy are doing just fine. And in recognition of the honor of being the first New Year's baby, our friends at Archway will be donating a I Love Guam prize package to Elena Jean's family worth over $6,500. This includes gift baskets, various gift certificates, diapers, a photo book, cash, gasoline, and much more. Congratulations to our island's newest resident. Well, on Thursday morning in other news, private school administrators discussed the various preparations they will have to make for a possible return to face-to-face learning in the classroom. Once again, here's Tyler.
St. John's will continue virtual learning for the first week of school from January 11th to the 15th, with students returning on the 20th. St. John's Dr. Bob Kelly explains the additional safety precautions the school has implemented.
We have some plastic plexiglass shields for those in certain circumstances. And the air conditioner guy is working on the ultravioleting all the air conditionings this weekend. We're looking in pretty good shape as of right now.
Meanwhile, Catholic School Superintendent Dr. Juan Flores chimed in, stating that for the most part, the schools have what it takes to get ready, and they're anticipating some services that are being procured through DOE based on CARES Act funding. These services include HEPA filters for the classrooms, sneeze guards for student desks or for cafeterias for the high schools, and webcam systems that will help the schools provide live streaming for students who will not be returning to campus.
No doubt the health and safety of the kids is foremost. There are parents who are apprehensive, but I think it's going to be our job to try to convince them to send the kids to school.
St. Anthony principal and member-elect to the Guam Education Board, Robert Crisostomo, says students will return to in-class learning beginning January 19th. They've made multiple upgrades to the school, including high-speed internet, air purifiers, and HEPA filters.
We had a parent of students at St. Anthony who donated 3 classrooms worth of shielded desks and 3 air purifiers. And another parent followed suit and provided a full set of desks, shielded desks, and an air purifier for their child's classroom.
In addition, St. Anthony is working with GHRA, DPHSS, and the American Medical Center on a rapid test initiative called Let's Heal Our Island.
St. Anthony is piloting it. I'm going to get approval from our board. If they approve, I can test our staff at school immediately and get results within minutes rather than waiting for public health and a couple of days later for the results. This way I can isolate a classroom, contain them, and dismiss, go back to remote learning for that class. But it gives us the flexibility of reacting to the virus if we suspect it's at the school.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Tyler Matanani.
Our next report asks the question, what would you do if your sole profession hinges on a sector of business that has been closed for the majority of last year? It's something certainly a lot of us know about. And Peter Santos gives us a look at how working musicians have been forced to get by without having the opportunity to do what they love.
Here we go. Whoa, whoa. And now for the book.
The life of a gigging musician may seem like nothing but fun nights and bright lights, but for those who depend solely on performing for a living, the pandemic has robbed them not only of their ability to do what they love, but also at a chance to earn a living. Local musicians D.U. Hara and Frankie McJohn.
For it to just stop, it's like it took a big part of me away too. I mean, I do love doing music and all that stuff, but of course financially too. So there's a lot of stress and anxiety.
Any musician here on Guam, it's your main source of revenue. In terms of, if you chose music as a career here, I mean, I know some people use it as supplemental income and something here and there, play like once a week, stuff like that. But the 4 of us in our band, we're all full-time musicians. Our income solely relies on people. And, for us, it's like you have no people, you can't gather, there's no us.
With no work opportunities, local musicians, like many others, have been solely reliant on federal dollars to survive. And with the PUA program set to end this week, many are left wondering, what do we do now?
There's a lot of things going through my mind, like how am I gonna, how am I gonna provide right now? And, it's just a very stressful, situation. Thinking about, like how are we gonna be able to take care of our kids and the family and, the house, the rent, the car, and, all that stuff. It's just, it's very overwhelming. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
To be honest, without PUA and what it did for the four of us and our manager, it's like, man, we wouldn't have survived. I mean, who knows what we would have done.
Even with the recent easing of restrictions to include the recent openings of amusement parks and game rooms, bar owners blindly enter the new year with no word, schedule, or at the very least, communication as to when they'll be able to operate again. For those in the musician community, the lack of communication leaves them in the dark too.
I feel like it's going to be a while for us to even get back on stage to perform, because, it's been a long time. There's going to be some bars or places that are willing to have us back, but the pay is not going to be exactly the same. If anything, a lot lower, just for us to, for the establishment to build up, or we're probably not even going to be playing.
For musicians like Frankie, he sees this moment of uncertainty as an opportunity to craft creative solutions.
For me, I don't think it's up to everybody else. Personally, I don't think that we should continue to rely on other businesses to give us business. Personally, I think we can definitely start something, either government, not even necessarily government funded, but maybe government supported. Bring us to the table, ask us what you could do for us and what we can do for you. How can we be more creative in giving musicians opportunities?
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Peter Santos.
Please stay tuned, my friends. The New Year's edition of Primetime continues right after this.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotions, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now.
Social distancing may be the new norm, but connection will always be our tradition. Through good times and tough times, we remain connected with you. Masks may be the new fashion, but protection will always be our style. You can always count on us to protect the things that matter the most. Sanitizing may be the new routine, but caring will always be our practice. We care about your loved ones and the things you value the most. And as we welcome our new normal, one thing remains certain: we will always be here for you. We're open and ready to serve you. Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust.
COVID has made this a very challenging time for everyone. You are not alone. We are here for you in all walks of life. We are Mangai Giham, a project of Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center.
Enjoy honey sesame chicken breast at Panda Express. Be the sweetness. Be the freshness. Be the crispy tender sesame seed perfection. That's how you find your sweet spot. Have it delivered from Panda Express today.
Agania Shopping Center.
KUAM News, winner of the 2020 Regional Edward R. Murrow Award for Excellence in Social Media.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks so much for streaming and commenting right here on Facebook. Well, GPD detectives have been busy tracking down the individuals involved with a pair of death investigations that occurred around the same time frame. Meanwhile, a missing persons complaint remains active as 27-year-old Michael Castro has been missing since the end of October, with his mother, Melanie Guerrero, fighting for answers. GPD spokesman Sergeant Paul Tapao says detectives are in communication with Guerrero and assures that they are actively searching for the missing Castro.
This case is still an active investigation. We were, our detectives, of course, with the death investigations, with both the Sinahanyu incident and the one in Tumune, we were able to close that, in really a short matter of time. We were able to, apprehend those that were responsible, and of course, we had an outstanding individual relative to the Tumune incident that we were able to apprehend him on Christmas Day. So, shifting back, within that duration of those two death investigations, we were still consistently working with this ongoing missing persons case. As a parent, and, we understand and we wholeheartedly, we're going to continue to work this case.
GPD continues to make a plea to our island community. If you should have any information regarding the whereabouts of Michael Castro, contact the dispatch service at 472-8911, or of course, Guam Crime Stoppers. Their number is always 477-HELP. That's 477-4357. If you wish to do it online anonymously, you can check out guam.crimestoppersweb.com. Staying in court, District Court Magistrate Judge Michael Berdalio says Kenneth McLean must have 100% compliance or face time back in prison. McLean was sentenced back in 2013 for conspiracy to distribute a controlled substance. The probation officer recommended he be detained for failing drug testing, denying the failures, and not reporting for testing in July of this year and again last month. The government agreed with probation and argued for the defendant's detainment. Assistant Federal Public Defender Brianna Kotke asked McLean that McLean remain released to receive drug treatment. Kotke stated, quote, "Obviously we need to be stern with him because he's close to failing, but I have the utmost faith in him to turn this around." Judge Berdalio scheduled a return in 2 weeks, stating if McLean continues to violate, he will be detained. Elsewhere, he is under sweat patch monitoring and receiving counseling at a Lighthouse Recovery Center, but John Michael Villeneuve's supervised release and conditions could be revoked. In February of 2016, he was sentenced to serve nearly 3 years behind bars, followed by 3 years supervised release term for fraud and identity theft offenses. Villeneuve's supervised release term was expected to expire in January of this year, although as stated in federal court, there have been various violations. This includes him allegedly failing to report to drug testing and admitting to using meth between June through December of last year. The court's tracking his compliance and has allowed he remain released until his next court appearance, set for the 12th. In other island news headlines, Catholic Social Services launched a new homeless prevention and rapid rehousing assistance effort that allows them to assist eligible families who are paying back rent and utilities. To Keep Safe or to Protect is a $1.2 million grant awarded by GURA and the Guam Housing Urban Renewal Authority through the CARES Act. CSS Deputy Director Paula Perez has more.
Food bags that also contain PPEs to help keep them safe. We do a lot of education, inform the homeless on the street where they can get assistance and what kind of assistance is out there.
The program is not available to those that have received similar rental and utility assistance within the last half year. Nafan Safu stands for about 2 years, and Perez says they're expecting to service at least 100 families. Since the official launch of the program on Monday, 12 applicants have already submitted their claims.
We've already had numerous phone calls inquiring about the program. We've had emails, intake applications already faxed in, so our staff is already busy.
If you would like more information, check out CatholicSocialServices.org. Well, recently, the Guam National Guard's 721st Army Band's Rock Ensemble brought some good and much-needed holiday cheer to guests at the Dusit Beach Resort's COVID-19 quarantine facility over in Tumon. Guests danced and applauded from balconies of the hotel as the band rocked Christmas songs and pop hits from the courtyard. Since the Guam Guard began assisting GovGuam with COVID-19 quarantine facilities in May of 2020, they've accommodated over 60,000 guests. Also in attendance was Governor Leon Guerrero, who said thank you for bringing some much-needed cheer to our family and friends in quarantine. You and your counterpart, she said to the guardsmen inside the hotel, go above and beyond our expectations in your professionalism and service to our people. And also tonight, the next time you go to one of our many beautiful beaches, please watch where you walk. Due to high surf conditions, there have been reports of Portuguese man-o-war jellyfish washing ashore the eastern and western coast. Here's National Weather Service's Brandon Idlett with the details.
Quite dangerous to be in contact with. So if you see those floating in the water, washed up on the beaches, try to avoid those. Their tentacles can provide some very nasty stings.
Man-o-wars have been washing ashore over the past couple of days, and they can sting you very, very badly and in some cases even cause death. If you happen to come across the blue bubbly-looking jellyfish, please contact the Department of Agriculture at 735-0289. And please stay tuned because our show continues right after this.
Your community calendar is brought to you by Taco Bell. Whether it's your first meal or your fourth meal, we've got you covered. Taco Bell, live Más.
It makes myself and it makes my team members very proud to work for an organization that has been on island for many years with its focus on reliability, dependability, and commitment to the communities that they operate in.
Matson's a great corporate citizen to the community.
We all benefit from any sort of environmental commitment we make. One of the ways that we do that is with our Adahi Utano program. There's action behind it, and so action breeds commitment.
With the Kaimana Hila coming to Guam, this brings a new age and modernization to the island.
It's exciting for me because it's a brand new ship and we can carry more freight into the islands. It just shows growth for Guam and Micronesia.
Matson would be nothing without its customers, and we hope to continue to serve you for decades to come.
Welcome back, everybody. Outgoing senators of the Guam legislature took a moment to share some of their feelings and thoughts about the privilege of public service. Some of them were whimsical, some of them were emotional, some of them were spiritual, all of them humbled at having the honor of being able to serve the community.
We have had to face what no legislature in our island's history has had to face. The last global pandemic for our island was during the Spanish administration, decades before a Guam legislature was in place. We've had closure for war claims for our Manamco, who have been unjustly kept waiting 74 years. We have overcome the Department of Justice's challenge to the CLT, the Chamorro Land Trust, and have actually made it stronger and better and more able to live up to its intentions. We have applied to the Unrepresented Nations and Peoples Organization to help advocate for our rights, which are too often silenced, ignored, or considered less than others. Our Commission on Decolonization has completed studies so that going forward, we may educate ourselves and others about what our future could look like. I thank all my colleagues, for which I have had the pleasure of co-sponsoring legislation, which with each and every one of them, I thought about that. I think it's really remarkable. I think we have all co-sponsored legislation together, and that's really important that we've done so. It has indeed been a productive term and a productive session. So happy holidays to all. And may 2021 exceed 2020.
I encourage our residents to serve Guam however you can. Run for elected office, take part in peaceful protests, testify at public hearings, get your family and friends involved, be an agent of positive change. Madam Speaker and colleagues, I know that no matter what the future holds, that I'll continue to give back to the island that has given me so much, and I will raise my daughters to do the same. Because none of us knows what the next chapter will bring, and 2020 should have taught us this, sometimes a very difficult lesson. Life is precious. It isn't guaranteed. And we aren't entitled to any amount of time with the ones we love, with the ones that love us. So even with some of the uncertainty that lies ahead, I am so, so grateful for my incredibly hardworking and dedicated team. I know that tonight I'm gonna hug my daughters and my lovely husband extra tight. And I know that in the weeks ahead, I'm really looking forward to being with my girls, to teach them, to be inspired by them. And I'm gonna take some time to reflect on these past 4 years, time that will only grow the gratitude that I feel to all of you here in this hall who have rallied a consensus, built a collective trust, to the ones who contributed the good deeds this office has been able to do these 2 terms, and for the thousands of our people who trusted me with this awesome responsibility. I will be forever grateful. Puthita, Undongkluna Situ Asmasi.
Senator Tello, my sister in music, you said it yourself, it's an unbreakable bond. We have a melodic understanding of each other. We are emotionally driven people, and that's what makes us good public servants. I love you, and I thank you for your support and most especially your friendship. Senator Will, you probably thought I forgot you, but knowing you, you knew I'd save you for last. Oftentimes I tell people that I blame you for reeling me into this arena, just like you tell people a lot of things about me. But in actuality, I'm very grateful to you for teaching me the possibility of going beyond the horizons to what we can accomplish if we dream big and have the support of the family and friends to serve the people. You are a wonderful public servant, and I'm very proud to call you my friend and partner. I love you. And finally, to the legislative staff, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything that you have done, not just for everyone, but especially for me. You are exemplary and deserve so much acknowledgement. Oftentimes, I tend to forget to show my gratitude, but just know that no matter where my future lies, I will always remember everything you have done for me. If one day my future path leads me back here, I hope you are still here, because no one can replace your devotion and commitment to helping us serve the people of Guam. Si Zeus Maasi Hamzu Todos Zenbiba Anuevo Ugaizahal. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker, colleagues, it has been the utmost privilege to serve alongside you. It certainly was. I'm grateful and deeply humbled to have earned the trust and confidence of our electorate to be given the opportunity to serve the people of Guam as their senator in the 34th and 35th Guam legislatures. Dongklu na agradecimento por honor Tremendous gratitude for the strength to serve the people of Guam. It is with heartfelt appreciation that I prepare to leave this distinguished body. It's an appreciation and acknowledgement of the love and support of my colleagues and the people of Guam during these 4 years of elected service. It is appropriate to share in my final address, as I reflect on our experiences, my gratitude for the shared laughs and the smiles in times of triumph, even the tears in times of distress, sorrow, and great pain. It is important for the people we love so much, those who are watching, those on social media, those that we meet in social gatherings. It is important for the people of Guam to know that we, the Guam legislature, are a united front when it comes to embracing and practicing and defending this democracy of ours, when it comes to protecting the lives of our people. Let there be no doubt in anyone's mind, despite our differences in party and philosophy and beliefs, that despite our very different backgrounds and value systems, that we always rise and are in unison to defend and advance this community.
Enjoy honey sesame chicken breast at Panda Express. Be the sweetness. Be the freshness. Be the crispy tender sesame seed perfection. That's how you find your sweet spot. Have it delivered from Panda Express today.
Micronesia Mall.
Your exciting new TV experience is here. Smarter, faster, easier to use. With live TV, recordings, video on demand, and streaming apps, all in a single place. When you're looking for something new, recommendations are tailored to you. Voice-powered, personalized results to find what you want faster. And the unlimited potential of smart home. The new experience from TiVo is here.
All right, everybody, I've been waiting all day to do this, the very first Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club of the year 2021. Baby New Year! Actually, we've got 3 of them, so happy birthday on January 1st to Michael Joseph Perez, the KUAM kid, MJ. Your KUAM family here wishes you a happy birthday, but most especially, you're getting birthday blessings filled with love, laughter, health, and joy from Mommy, Daddy, Abby Snail, and Grandma. We wish you and your family an awesome day. Also, happy birthday number 18 to Josiah Frank Teitingfong. Wishing you many more blessings, and we love you so much, says the entire family. And Zane Jacob Sablan, another KUAM kid. Blow out the candles and wish away because you are the firecracker of the day. Happy birthday number 5 and New Year's baby. Zane, your family says they love you. And of course, that includes all of us here at KUAM. So happy birthday to the 3 of you and Happy New Year, each and every one. All right. Happy birthday to everybody, especially the 2 KUAM kids and your families. Hope their parents are smiling right now just watching this. All right. We have our first birthday winner for the year 2021. I've been waiting to get to this too. So here is this week's winner. Congratulations to David Evaristo and his family. David was born on December 29th, and he is the winner of a yummy Cold Stone Creamery ice cream cake. David will be in contact with you to let you know how you can redeem your prize. Happy extended birthday from all of us at KUAM. All right, everybody, Happy New Year to you and your family and all of your friends around the world. Once again, please continue to do what we can. We got to stay safe. We got to stay healthy. We got to take care of each other. Thank you from all of us at KUAM. Have a wonderful holiday, and we'll see you next time.
Hashtag Protect Guam is presented by Guam Visitors Bureau.
All right, Hoffity guys, and welcome to this brand new segment, this collaboration that we've put together. And you're going to see more of it in the next couple of weeks. And this is a collaboration that we've done with GVB. Man, we partnered with GVB. We've done so many amazing events, in the past. And then, 2020 hit, and everything just kind of, went into pause in regards to events that we do with GVB and stuff like that. So, towards the end of the year, I think I love the timing of this to kind of wrap things up, get get what people thought of the year, and then kind of move into 2021 with a whole new view. And I think this is an awesome special that we have here teaming up with GVB. It's the Protect Guam campaign. that we got here. So I'm just going ahead and introduce our guest for today. And with me on the show, I do have Craig Camacho from the representing the Guam Visitors Bureau. We also have Bella here and Iwani, who are the KOLs, and we'll talk about what KOL is and what it means and what their job in the campaign is. So to start things off, guys, thank you so much, and Happy New Year, if anything.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I know. I mean, and I talked about it. You know, we're at the end of it. You know, we're moving into 2021. The vaccine is here, so we're gonna get to that towards the end and kind of like get everybody's perspective of how we're feeling. But real quick, for those who are just jumping on and watching right now, a little information of what hashtag project or hashtag Protect Guam campaign is, and I'll throw it to Craig to kind of give us a little background of what it is.
Okay, so first off, Victorious Man, thank you for giving us this platform, and as well, thank you to Bella and Iowani for joining us. The Protect Guam campaign actually is launched all the way through January 20th, and kind of entails us kind of getting Guam back into a sense of normalcy, migrating to back a sense of normalcy, but a kind of new normalcy, right? Where we kind of social distancing, wearing a mask, and all those things that we have to adhere to now. And so, you know, having this campaign just provides us an opportunity to kind of get the community involved, wrap our heads together, hold our hands together, and help the community kind of piece together this whole COVID era thing. I know, you know, our CAR scores are kind of getting better. And so we got to kind of look towards that new normalcy and what we need to do going forward to kind of help provide a more touchless, seamless Guam, and also just kind of to feel comfortable again with socializing and being around other people, and so that we're all cognizant of all these social distancing regulations that we still need to be mindful of going forward. But yeah, you know, I don't want to keep chatting about all that stuff. The fun part is, you know, similar to our previous campaigns with Insta Guam, there is a photo contest. And so again, we kind of wrapped our heads around, you know, what are some of the themes that we could do for this photo contest, and similar to like the Insta Guam campaign, where we would have people interact, share their photos, and enter in a chance to win $100. We're applying this to the whole COVID Protect Guam campaign, and you could enter in and post your photos via Instagram. And in one of the 4 following actual events, right? So wearing a mask is one, showcasing Guam's heroes, how you're staying active and healthy during this pandemic. But lastly, how are you and what are you doing to protect Guam, or encouraging others as we move along? And I'm sure Bella, Iowani, you guys have a bunch of stories, and you know, in how you guys kind of still go on with your lives and having to handle things with your friends, with your family and such. So, you know, we definitely got to take this opportunity to get the community involved in knowing where we go from here, right? And how we evolve in this whole.
It takes all of us to protect Guam. Join the Guam Visitors Bureau in our social media campaign series aimed to protect our island and each other in this COVID-19 era. Participate in the Protect Guam movement by wearing your mask, showcasing Guam's heroes, staying active, and downloading the Guam COVID Alert app. Post and share your content with us. Use the hashtag ProtectGuam, and you could win $100. It's that simple. Check out visitguam.com for details. Let's reclaim our lives, our economy, and our tourism industry.
Involved in this whole situation.
Awesome. So let's jump it right into it, guys. Bella and Iwani. I mean, it's such an awesome, to me, it's such an awesome opportunity for GVB to look and you know, and you know, in the past we've kind of reached out, you know, when we do promotions, we reach out to, you know, to bigger markets for models or for idols that people can look up to. But, you know, as Guam progressed through the past 5 years, we stopped that and we kind of looked back into our community, because we do have influencers in our community. We do have people who the people can look up to who are from Guam. And I think that's the main key that I love that GVB has put together is we got to go local, and that's exactly what we're doing here with this promotion. We look back into our community, and we saw you guys as as influencers in our community, especially to our age demographic, because we have to push that message, and we have to understand it, and you guys are at the forefront of pushing this. So how did you guys get involved? And we'll start with Bella.
Well, Robbie reached out to me actually, and she messaged me asking me to this is a really good option. Also, like, definitely really want to promote it just because, like, I'm a mom, and I want to keep my family safe, and I miss my grandparents and everything. So of course, like, we want this pandemic to be over and for the spread to stop. So yeah, that's pretty much how I started and why I really wanted to join this campaign. Yeah.
And in Iwani, I mean, you during the COVID, did that affect you in any way? Did work stop for you and you had to go back? What was your situation during COVID?
Well, for me, like, yeah, like everyone else, so like work kind of like slowed down. So for me, I always kind of try to make look at the more positive side of it. Like, what else can I do? Am I able to learn something more? And then also with like the whole mask wearing thing, I like to do like a lot of fashion things. So I kind of like try to do like postings about like how you can make your mask more wearable, make it fashionable, kind of bring it to make it part of your everyday kind of thing, because it's we have to wear it anyways. So why not make it like kind of like part of your everyday wardrobe kind of thing, So like it's pretty cool. So when they contacted me for the Protect Guam campaign, I was like, oh, this is really cool because I can like, get my creative side flowing. I can take some photos wearing some outfits and then show people like how you can wear different kind of masks for like everyday kind of scenarios, whether you're going to the grocery store, going to the gym, you can put your mask into your kind of like your style kind of way.
True. Yeah, I think it also gives us like a chance to post because I think during COVID, I didn't really post that much, just because, we were always at home, so it gave us a chance to, be out in the social media world again, I guess.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And so that was a cool thing with the collaboration and GVB reaching out to you guys. Let's bring back just a little bit, talk about how COVID affected you guys personally. So we'll throw it to Bella first, and I know it's affected everybody. So which let's talk about that before we move on into what we can better ourselves in 2021.
Okay, well, so when COVID actually started, I was pregnant, and it was really hard for me. Like, being pregnant alone was kind of stressful, but being pregnant during a pandemic was very hard. Like, I feel like that's something a mother, shouldn't go through. But times are hard now, and we just had to just go with the flow. And I just remember when it first happened, like, my baby daddy did not want to take me out. He was like, "You're not going anywhere. You're going to stay home. Like, I'm not going to chance you getting sick." And which was great because during the time when people weren't wearing masks yet, people were getting sick, not knowing that they had COVID. So I'm really grateful for my baby daddy. But yeah, I always, doctor's appointments, man, I had to, I could bring like, my boyfriend, but I couldn't bring like, like my family. It was only one person. And then even giving birth, it was kind of sad, like people got to like bring in like their mom and their like, like their family into the birthing room. And, I wasn't able to do any of those things because, the like everything with COVID going on. But I had my family on FaceTime, but a lot of my family actually hasn't met my son yet, which is kind of, sad. I didn't have like one of the like baby showers or like a christening or anything because, we just really want to stop the spread. And my son is high risk too. So I just don't want him to, be out there, him catching COVID. And I really wish that we did have that app, that COVID app around that time. Because someone very close to me did get COVID, And I was so scared. Like, I was nervous. Like, I didn't know what to do if my son got it. Like, I didn't know what to do if I got it and then my son got it. I think I was pretty much blaming myself during that time someone close to me got COVID, because it was basically like, when you go to a restaurant, you take off your mask and, you're so relaxed. You're like, okay, well, I'm just going to have fun. And then you don't put your mask on, but after you're done eating. So I'm pretty sure that's where someone close to me got it. And it was just very nerve-wracking for me. Yeah. It's pretty much my story, but yeah.
Because it's crazy, because after, I mean, I know, I know both of you, Bella and Iwani, before COVID-19, we were, you both had a different lifestyle where, we're out there in the public with the people, we're all face to face. And then when COVID happened, and I know Bella, you talked about, the restaurant scene, when COVID happened, that part of our livelihood was kind of like put on hold. So we can jump to Iwani, and how did COVID affect you?
So like for me, prior to COVID, I was always traveling throughout Asia because that's where a lot of my work is. And then locally, because my main job is I'm a makeup artist. So of course, if there's no events or no parties or prom, weddings happening, then pretty much everything for me is like gone. So like I couldn't really work on people because I also didn't want to be like face to face, because when you're doing makeup, you're like literally in front of their face kind of thing, So I was like, okay, can't really work right now and do stuff. But so yeah, all of that kind of took a pause. So like what I ended up doing is, okay, what can I do now? So then it's pretty cool because I kind of got into like video editing. I started doing kind of like more makeup content on myself. Yeah, just kind of like stuff like that. More fitness, more healthy lifestyle kind of thing.
And Craig, I want to hear your side of the story. How did COVID affect you? And I know with you guys at GVB, you guys were always on location with work and everything. So how did GVB affect you work wise and also personal wise?
Man, just a domino effect of cancellation, events after events, and really just for us, it started with the Coco Kids Fest event in March. And can you imagine all the parents, children looking forward to these events year after year? And we build these events up from the beginning, and you get that event equity, that brand equity from these events, and you build them up. And COVID definitely kind of took us by surprise, and we took a couple steps back. But I mean, I kind of like to flip the coin and look at the other side, and kind of look at, maybe this is a good way to see how we can protect Guam more, right? And so how we could, be more mindful of how we spread germs and bacteria, washing our hands. I always look at it like, your mom says, hey, boy, move back from the TV. You're too close. You're going to get blind. I think this is like, hey, wash your hands, remember to wash your hands. And this is like that huge slap on the hand that says, hey, now we have to really do it, And so it's like getting us all towards that, I think, makes us a better community. And I think when we kind of move back to our events, and we got to kind of adapt and evolve, right? And see how we treat people. We got to be mindful of people who are, I know there's germophobics all around that touched something before even COVID hit. Imagine now the magnitude for these certain people, right? That maybe feel a little bit more like germophobes, but we got to be mindful for that. But canceling events and seeing a lot of these things happen was definitely a negative twist, but moving forward, I think together you're going to see events raise their standards, higher expectations now for the delivery of services, and I think that's all what we need. We are kind of looking forward, and that's how I think we can flip the coin, so to speak. But yeah, for me personally, I have an 81-year-old mom that we're kind of protecting. We've been kind of staying in a cave for the past 8-9 months, but again, I always like to look at things and try to look at the bright side. We're all still here. We're all still able to share these things. And what's also important is like you find new ways to work. You find new innovative ways to be creative. Like Iwani said, he's getting into graphics and all that stuff. And for me, it's like, what's new? I know I'm meeting my neighbors more. So there's a lot of positive things that are coming out of this. It's I like to take the good points and protect Guam is definitely a good point. And going forward, I mean, I know the actual campaign lasts until January 20th, but I don't think that what we're going to be doing now should end. And protecting Guam should, we should sustain that kind of mindset going forward, and how we kind of protect each other, protect our families, protect our women, protect our children. You know what I mean? And so going forward, I look forward to at GVB, you have to live the role. I'm sure you opinion leaders too, you guys have to carry on a certain way, because that's who you are, right? And so we got to portray who we are, and going out and doing these things, wearing a mask, washing our hands. My nephew, Kanan, we just had a family gathering the other day, and man, I swear, I was like, this kid probably never washed his hands before COVID, and I'm just counting how many times he was washing his hands during our family outing, and I was just like, man, I'm so proud of that kid, and just seeing how even our children can adapt and evolve. They're so fast and they're so quick, and I run out of the car sometimes, don't have my mask on, honest mistake, and then I'm back to my car to run and go get my mask. But my daughter, she'll tell me, "Hey, Dad, your mask," or and I'm just like, I guess that's what they're there for, right? Well, we're getting older, but
yes, and
that's my spiel.
You talk about a time where we didn't see this coming. It was like it was something that was just thrown at us, like, hey, watch out, COVID-19. So we had, and I think that was the beauty of it, is how we rose from the fire, from something like this, which hit the whole world. And people had to adapt. You use the word adapt, and we kind of did, and we switched things up. Like, look at the way we're working. We're usually we'll do this in the studio at the radio station, but no, we're doing this on Zoom. We've adapted, and we're keeping the ball rolling. It's like, hey, the show does not stop, so we won't stop. We just find new ways to make things, so that's such a beautiful thing, to see everybody, come together as a community to figure out how do we move forward from this as we head into a whole new year. So that's amazing. I'm gonna get to let's talk. I want to hear about feedbacks, and I know I'm gonna get this is for Bella and Iwani, the feedbacks from your followers of you guys started this hashtag Protect Guam. Let's hear about some feedbacks. Bella.
Well, a lot of my friends, when I did post it, they definitely did. I guess it was a little bit more lax before, I guess. I guess the numbers are going down, and people were like, oh, okay, like the numbers are down, like it's fine, like, you can just chill. But when the numbers started rising again, that's when the campaign started. And my friends did reach out to me and were asking me what the campaign was. And, I did explain to them what it was, how you can use it in your like what Iwani said, how you can use it in your everyday lifestyle. I know people think like masks are ugly, but honestly, I think I love it because, like you can be ugly in peace, like,
that's so true.
Like you can just go, right? Like you can like go to the grocery store and you can just look like a wreck, and like people won't know who you are because they only see half of your face, So yeah, I actually don't mind the mask, to be honest. If anything, I probably might just still wear it anyways. But yeah, I think my followers and my friends, they definitely did have awesome feedback. You know, I see a lot of my friends now, you know, they started wearing masks, and not that they never really did, you know, but just more like when like social gatherings and stuff, they pretty much keep their mask on now. And I think the Protect Guam, actually, I actually clicked the hashtag, and it looks like people are really responding back really well to it and the giveaway. So it seems like it's working really well. And, you know, there's different masks. And honestly, okay, so if you're gonna wear like those fashion masks, I do recommend putting like those medical masks under it. I know there's like a test, right? Like if you blow on a candle, and if it blows out, like it won't protect you. That's like that's a thing, right?
Yep. I saw
Yeah,
that.
that's the only thing I recommend. Yeah. I guess that'd be the only thing I recommend. I recommend it to my friends, especially on my live video. But yeah, that's pretty much it from me.
Nice. I see Ilwani is out and about. Let's jump to you if you're able to just tell us how, you know, have you heard anything from your followers regarding the hashtag Protect Guam campaign?
Sorry, I was losing connection.
All good.
Okay, so
Ooh, are you at the gym?
yeah, the coffee shop closed, so I had to transfer. Okay, so feedback. I guess people are uh, they're asking more about it, kind of thing, and then people are actually loving it. Like, for one, we're helping spread awareness. For two, we're making this campaign more, even though it's serious, we're making it fun by posting like the whole fashion mask kind of thing. So yeah, there's a lot of good feedback. People are enjoying, you know, the content of it, and I like the interaction of it. Like people are asking more about it. Yeah.
It takes all of us to protect Guam. Join the Guam Visitors Bureau in our social media campaign series aimed to protect our island and each other in this COVID-19 era. Participate in the Protect Guam movement by wearing your mask, showcasing Guam's heroes, staying active, and downloading the Guam COVID Alert app. Post and share your content with us. Use the hashtag ProtectGuam, and you could win $100. It's that simple. Check out visitguam.com for details. Let's reclaim our lives, our economy, and our tourism industry.
As long as somebody asked the question about it, or, you know, reacted to your photo on Instagram, that's how you know it's working, you know, because somebody out there got the message. And as long as one or two people got it, you know, they can take that message, spread it on, and, you know, it spreads like fire. And I think the key thing, and I believe it was a perfect thing that GVB did, was to reach out to you guys who have the connection out in the community. To spread that message, that was just an awesome thing. So I guess to kind of wrap things up here, we'll throw it back to you guys. You know, 2021, we're celebrating a whole new year. What do you guys see in this coming year? What do you guys think we should, you know, or what do you guys think about this new year, 2020? We'll start with Bella.
It's so funny because I just saw a meme saying nobody claimed 2021 to be their year. We're all gonna walk slowly. Nobody touch anything. But no, I think well, I went to Monsanto just recently, and I was talking, you know, about like their sales and everything, and they said that they don't really expect you know, tourism really to be up by the second quarter. I'm not too sure if that's accurate or not. But I do really hope that you know, the Guam visitors can come and people can start traveling more freely. I definitely hope things do relax. I know the vaccine is out, you know, and the health workers are already got it, and I know a couple of nurses, and they said they didn't really get any like side effects or anything. So I'm hoping everything pretty much goes back to normal. But even if it does go back to normal, what Craig said, like we should just keep washing our hands and staying clean, you know, because you never know. Even if it's just like the flu, like nobody wants to get the flu, so we should just keep staying clean, you know, staying healthy. And I'm pretty sure right now, I think everybody, there's like a mental health like awareness thing going on. And I think during the pandemic, a lot of people have been working on their mental health, you know, and I think that's a really great thing. So I think we're all going to walk out of here, with a really good mind and a really good, good health. I know people are working out. People are coming in like losing like 50 pounds from the pandemic, and I'm like, man, I think I gained weight. uh, but no, I think we're all gonna do really good this year, and man, I really hope everyone gets to thrive this year, especially Guam tourism. Yeah, for sure.
Amen. And Iwani?
What do I want from 2021? Corona free, mask gone. I want to be able to go back to work and be able to interact with all my different clients and stuff. Opening up travels. Like I think this year I had a pretty long break. And I kind of enjoyed the downtime, honestly, because prior to COVID, I was always on the go, like every single month. I'm just always so busy. But 2021, I'm kind of like ready to like the fast pace again and everything.
Amazing. So I guess I'll throw it to Craig for the last bit here to close out. So one more time. So one more time, Craig, before you get to your closing remarks, just review for people who just might have just jumped on right now, the hashtag Protect Guam campaign. I know there's a giveaway that's happening, so just those information before we close out.
All right, so we'll be choosing 10 winners with the best user-generated content for each of those 4 categories that I just mentioned earlier, which was wearing a mask, showcasing Guam's heroes, how you stay active and healthy during this pandemic, and then last, how do you protect Guam? Or how do you encourage others to protect Guam going forward? And so, just sharing those actual stories or experiences, I think is very critical to see how we all deal with the COVID era, so to speak. And so, yeah, we'll be looking out for winners, just like the Insta Guam campaign. And I encourage everyone all the time, go to GVB's website, visit guam.com, and just see what's out there. I mean, for me, I look forward for events in 2021, and the visitguam.com website is a great resource to see what kind of events are going to be happening, and kind of hopefully in 2021 we kind of inch back into having these events and stuff like the Guam Barbecue Block Party, the United Guam Marathon, and all these events we really work hard to be in. And I'm sure, I mean, like Iowani shared, these are a lot of the things that people are involved in making happen. And so I look forward to seeing in 2021 people rejuvenated and excited to go back to doing these communal things that we do, even outside of our jobs, you know what I mean? To volunteer, to help, and to raise awareness. And that's why I like to personally thank Bella and Iwani. Thank you guys so much, man. And then continue to do what you guys do. Even through all of this, you think you would have a somber attitude, or you'd feel like, but I mean, you guys are doing what you're doing because of your energy, and we really appreciate that. And Victorious, thank you too as well, to KUAM and all your sister stations for all that you guys do to help share this. GVB, we kind of, I miss traveling, from our Asian destinations, just meeting new people, even traveling with our local entourage to show them what we do for our island, But I want to flip the coin again and say that, now that we're doing less traveling and we're out, we've kind of turned the mirror towards the island. And that excites me a great deal that we're able to do that. And I always say it's like a symbiotic relationship, right, that we have with our island people and tourism. It works together. No matter what analytics or research is out there, people come to an island because of their people, because of their experiences. And so I just want to leave in saying that, we gotta reinvest in protecting our people amidst this coronavirus pandemic, so that we can shine even brighter going forward in 2021 and even forward. It is a setback, but again, flipping that coin, you're going to see a rejuvenation, or a resurgence, so to speak. So yeah, thank you guys, man.
Awesome. All right, guys, thank you so much. That's all the time we have here So again, you guys take care. Wear the mask, and thank you guys for all that you're doing with the message. Hashtag Protect Guam and pushing that. Thank you so much.